my video, my bad, y'all, lost signal into your life and heading you towards a positive direction. That got me kind of stuck. So even if the video gives you a good uplift, give you the information you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and need spiritual guidance or just need confirmation or validation towards life paths or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And today, my meditation music that I'm using is called 8 hours of super relaxing spa music, massage music, soft, calming, and soothing music, 373. And I will post that link in the description box below. And my video is about Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, why you receive heavy negative karma before the darkness and people that harmed you do. A lot of times when we go through stuff like that, because I know I get pissed, it's like you could be that type of person, like you're a sweet person. I'm a sweet person, but if you press my buttons and you back me up into a corner, that all hell about to break off. I said, please leave alter ego alone. I keep her chained up for a reason, and that chick is a beast. So I try not to bring her out. I try to be, my nice self, but there's times where people, bring that out, and a lot of times we don't realize that universe places us in certain situations just to see how you're going to react to it, because it's like you can be going on your verge, your path of, self-discovery, healing, letting go, thinking positive, being, showing your character of gratitude, of blessings towards another person that desperately need that. A lot of times we try to understand, why am I the good person? Even though I know I'm not perfect, but why is it that when somebody tries to come attack me, and I snap and attack back, a lot of times we'll feel that instant karma right there. But it's like a person that keeps on at it won't receive anything at that time. A lot of times you have to understand, people receive stuff, especially if they're, with me and my situation, I'm separating from a karmic relationship, which is very toxic with the narcissist, as well as, my adopted father is a narcissist as well. And, I used to get mad, especially if my situation of why I do my videos. If you watch my intro, or even you've seen a picture of me saying that your tragedy or your tragedy or whatever your situations are going to be, helping people on a big impact or whatever, but you'll see a picture of me and my dad together. The situation I went through, not knowing about who did this to my dad, who gave my dad fentanyl pills, why would they do that? Why, a lot of times that I'm not getting justice for what my adopted family did to me. A lot of times I got pissed about that, and there's times I have to draw myself back and say, what, everything happened for a reason. You'll get answers when you least expect it. Everything is not what it seems. A lot of times we go through certain situations where, you see children out here. Like, I love watching Crime Daily on YouTube, and I get so angry when people have killed children, or, they done found them laying somewhere and there's no justice for that. There's a lot of times people have played their role in a lot of dark, evil stuff. And you try to understand why, if I go off and tell them, don't disrespect me, this and this and this and that, why, me retaliating, basically telling them to leave me the hell alone. Why do I feel that? And why does it take a long time for them to get it? A lot of times they will receive it, especially with my situation. They won't tell you. A lot of times they sit up there and they tell me about certain situations they've been placed in. And I have to not laugh, and not say, oh, that's what you get. No, I just see it, and making wheels turn for people. You have to understand that. But you also have to know that a lot of times universe and God allow them to, design their own noose. So, God and universe will keep reeling out that extra space. Like, oh, you need some more rope? Okay, we'll give you some more rope. You keep doing these things. But you have to understand, you're anointed from universe. You have to be able to walk away. at times. And God only knows, I know it's hard to do that at times. But sometimes you have to just keep your mouth shut and walk away. Sorry, snapped at me, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna take this personal. I'm gonna keep walking away. And then, somebody else was trying to talk to, flirting, and I'm just like, oh, this is just too much, back to back to back. And I already knew when I had to look up at universe. I said, I know you testing me. I really know this, and there's a lot of times we will be in certain situations, if you are being done wrong and you're going all the way out, your way to just keep yourself in a positive mindset, do what you need to do, and keep, elevating yourself to your higher self. You have to understand what's going to be dealt with is going to be dealt with. A lot of times we have that bad habit of wanting to, handle it ourselves. And that's not what's right to do. Because a lot of times, universe is just like a parent. Go hurry up and pop your ass and you knew better than you. And that's how it is, because it's like we are destined for greatness, and we can't stoop to the level of other people doing things like that to you. There's a lot of time people have personal issues with themselves that they go all the way out their way to try to rattle that bone, throw, a speed bump in your way, talk negative towards you, say certain things just to see how you're going to respond to it, or throw dirt on your name, slander you. That there could be things that you're working on and they end up taking your situation and try to make it out for themselves. And I always tell people, especially when I connect with people and they're like, wow, I'm so mad, this and this and this and that. You know what? Sometimes the best revenge is moving on. You have to be able to do that. And with my situation, I had to move on. I use myself as an example for the things that I've been through. I try not to talk about it in every video, because I feel like if you really truly want to know the reason why I'm doing my videos and why I speak on the things that I speak on, look at some of my videos from last year, or you'll see pictures of me and my dad, or my intro video, and I'll let you know the reason why I started doing my videos. It's a tragic situation for going through what I went through, but a lot of times, the way things are set up, it's gonna happen. Truth gonna come to light. I can't keep on trying to expose fake people, because fake people slip up and they get too comfortable. If you ever notice, a lot of things, I try not to watch the news, but things lurk up when I just so happen to walk past or whatever, and things people have been doing in the dark for so long, and they get comfortable with the things they're doing. Like that dude Epstein, I guess that's what's going on. He been doing the things that he was doing for years. R. Kelly, you already know that happened back past, even probably past Aaliyah. All these things are coming up to the surface where he just keep keying and smiling and stuff because somebody kept on being dumb enough to sit up here and get him out of jail. And then every time he got out of jail, somebody put him back in there for something else. And he just really thought he was going to get away with that. A lot of times things are going to happen, and you don't be that person to try to seek revenge out on somebody. If you've been placed in a certain situation and this is your blessing to be able to help, service to others, and people are trying to go out their way to do that, trust and believe. For them messing with you and trying to disrupt the things that you do, because I have that, I have that around me. People trying to, even family, they try to be friendly so they can try to stay a step ahead. I just feel like, hey, if you ain't did nothing, you ain't got to worry about what I'm doing. You ain't got to worry about what I'm saying. If it's not true and you ain't did anything that, you can get in trouble for, don't worry about what I'm doing. Or people that's close to me feel threatened, so they try to, sabotage the things that I do. I've had it many a times, but, I had to keep on going, not giving up, staying strong, staying positive, and staying firm about the things that I know is going on. Yes, there's many times I've cried and trying to understand how people got away with stuff like this. It's already bad enough it is that I was separated from my parents, my biological parents. My family made sure I lived out my worst fear. And I said, the worst fear I will ever have is knowing I knew one of my parents and never got a chance to meet them before they passed, or I passed. That was my worst feeling. And my adopted father and his wife and her children made sure that happened. Joked about the whole situation when my dad died. And there's a lot of times I've sat here and cried and tried to understand, God, why did you allow this to happen? Why are you letting these people think that they're okay with what they have done? All those different things that came in my life. And it's just like my situation has taught me and strengthened me in so many different ways that, it was hard to deal with. And you have to understand when situations has been in your life, and I know a lot of y'all that I've connected with, and you have told me your stories of what brought you to me, being able to relate to the things that you go through and trying to understand and be angry. It's okay to be angry, but don't let yourself sit into that anger where it's going to block your blessings. You have to be able to be angry with it for a while, get into that grieving process of knowing and coming to terms with that. You can grieve about that, but do not stay in that mode of being angry. Do not stay in that mode of trying to seek vengeance. Don't stay in that mode of, where you are so involved in what people have done to you, where you're losing visions of the things that are about to happen for you. Those are the things you do not need to lose vision over. Don't get yourself caught up in stuff, because people would love to do that. People love to throw, dirt on your name, throw speed bumps in your way, because they see the blessings that are about to open up for your life, and they are terrified. So they'll find everything to sabotage that for you. Do not allow yourself to be moved. You have to keep, okay, hey, you want to do that? All right, fine. And you're like, you have to pause sometime, count to 3 in your head, and just keep walking. A lot of times to respond to a fool is no response at all. And that is actually a response. There's a lot of time people say stuff to me and, try to rattle that chain. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm bigger than this. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. They know which buttons to try to push. They know what certain things I don't like being talked about. And they do that. And so they try to do that. I'm like, you know what? I ain't about to do this today. Ain't gonna do it tomorrow, next week, or next year. And you have to be that way about yourself, because if you're working on something, darkness will try to find any and everything to try to throw you off balance, make you lose your focus. You cannot allow that to happen. That's the reason why karma happens. A lot of times people feel like, oh, I've been getting away with it for this long. There ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I'm gonna keep doing that person how I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna keep being hateful towards them. Even when I see them having a good day, I'm gonna go out my way to try to irritate them just because I get a good kick out of it. It's sad when people are like that, but there's people that are like that because it's not nothing personal, even though it's directed towards us, but that's how they feel about themselves. Because if your life of happiness and success is disrupting somebody else's peace, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's something personal that they need to fix. And so you keep moving, you keep doing what you need to do. Be unbothered, be very unbothered, and keep going. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content in this video. I know a lot of us are going through a lot of things, and I know a lot of things has been dealt to you where you feel like life is not fair. I understand that. I'm right there with you. But if I know my universe the way I know my universe, hey, it's all good. Right when I least expect it, I'm like, well, damn. Okay, then. And keep it moving. But, you have to understand when you have blessings coming into you or coming onto you or coming to you, if you're living your good life, don't worry about what them people have done. Don't worry about what them people have said, because you are going to be too busy living that good life while they're still up here trying to be dry hating on you because they wish they didn't do you wrong. So you keep doing what you need to do and keep pressing on, and better days are coming for you. And I understand if you want to know why, but a lot of times those answers going to come in different ways. So stay vigilant, don't lose focus, and don't give up. And my post notification goes out to Braxton Mills. Much love to you. Welcome to the family. Everybody drop a line, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you have not already. But let me know if you resonate so I can go ahead and give you a post notification shout out. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And know there is always somebody out there praying for your better days. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you have had a great weekend and, have a prosperous week. And I'll see you on my next video. Send out as much love and light and positivity as you possibly can. You never know, your kind words and energy can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love. Peace.